Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Broncos are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against a Giants offense that knows they'll be challenged.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Giants. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brandon Marshall coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Rodgers to throw on second down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
He's got him in, complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Eric Ebron's got skills to spare. They just want the production to equal those, and he needs some good health in order to get that done. Had 61 catches in 2016, battling an ankle.
Yeah, the surprise, though, just one of those 61 hit pay dirt. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Touchdown, Giants. Thomas rolls his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They run. Anderson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Rodgers. Allen has it, left side. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run with Rawls. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he connects with Ebron. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here we go now. Green. Here we go. Check. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Simeon. Screenplay, Anderson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And a reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Simeon. Flush to his right. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. To Shepard, complete over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When DeForest Buckner was at Oregon, for much of his career, the opposite defensive end from him was Eric Armstead. And everyone wondered about these 6'7" guys. Could they get the leverage? Could they get low enough to make plays in the run game? I think the question just got answered with that one. DeForest Buckner knows how to bend and shed blockers and get upfield.
Now Simeon. Left side here to Sanders. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Both Sanders and his running mate, Demaryius Thomas, have been over 1,000 yards each the last 3 seasons. Demaryius Thomas takes care of a lot of stuff downfield. Emmanuel Sanders likes to work inside the margins.
Great compliment for each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they work very well together.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Simeon on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon. And Green with a catch left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, here's Simeon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
and this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Rodgers throwing again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down, this is Rawls. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Rodgers now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or a big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Corey Legion. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing third and long. And the D looking like they may blitz. Third and long, it's Simeon. And an alley to run. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A final shot before Blake. Simeon being chased out left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, Rodgers. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
But he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Simeon eluding the pressure right. Found his target. It's Anderson. That one good for 33 and a first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Simeon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for it with Anderson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Now let's go. Blue, down it. Over. Detroit.
They snap it to Simeon. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And there goes Thomas Rolls. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Thomas Rolls, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And the lead is now an even 30. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he gets it to Bolden. And he's got some space here. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Simeon. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and that'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better. And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. 2nd and 10, Simeon again. Steps away to his left. Now he's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays? And we'll see how determined they are. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And the lead is now an even 30. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering where it's going to go. And Simeon is brought down behind the goal line, and that is 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit. They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. New York set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. Marvin Jones, the 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Marvin Jones, 78 yards, and the Giants just continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
On first down, it's Simeon. He gets it to Thomas. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. On second down, Anderson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Rodgers now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Ebron caught left side.
Wrap up.
Still moving. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Paul Perkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Simeon on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first and 10, Simeon finding some room at midfield. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw, Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. The rookie from Stanford, Solomon Thomas. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. The The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Rodgers throwing here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. And how about that? Even after snapping it from back there, they still convert for the 2 points. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rodgers looking to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 30.
On 1st down, Simeon. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie out of Florida, Quincy Wilson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, 26 yards. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. A big offensive...